So thank you for having me today. I'm going to talk to you about things that they started talking about: money, data, marketing, business. So marketing has been transformed by the influencer movement. And as you can see, it's now easy even to make fun of it, right? Brands used to shout at people, and now they're shouting at influencers. And you will see that 2018, you're going to start seeing so many different reports coming out of the marketing industry, talking about the efficiency of influencer marketing, where the money is going, how it's being done. So pay attention to December. You're going to see a lot of numbers coming out of the industry that are showing how influencer marketing is impacting the strategies of big and small brands all over the world. So let's take a look at some numbers. Influencer marketing is projected to be a $5 to $10 billion market industry in the next 5 years. Over 70% of influencers say their honesty and sense of humor are the driving forces behind their success. 93% of marketers report seeing improved brand awareness with working with influencers. These are the types of numbers that traditional media have not been able to achieve ever. We're also talking about 47% of online consumers blocking ads. We don't want to see advertising. So how are brands going to communicate their messages to us? How are they going to make us interested in their products and services? Influencers have something that ads don't have, which is authenticity. They produce user-generated content that millennials like. And if you think about Generation Z, the young people who are coming in, they are even more adverse to traditional marketing than anybody else. So influencers have a power in the marketing world, and they have a power in the business world. And we're going to see the influencer marketing industry change and evolve within the next 5 years. Micro-influencers, for example, have a stronger relationship with their followers than any celebrity can. They are the influencers who respond to comments. They talk to their audience one-to-one. They have heart-to-heart conversations. Those are the types of things that celebrities are not able to do. So we're going to be looking at also micro-influencers, macro-influencers, celebrities, and different kinds of ways of classifying influencers in the industry as well. And one of the things that influencers can do that other traditional marketing tactics can't is create long-term relationships with their audiences. Influencers are connecting to people. Brands need the influencers to connect with those people in the long term. At Social Bakers, we are currently classifying influencers as micro, macro, and celebrities. Now, I have already seen some data and some reports which are classifying influencers in different stages based on the number of followers that they have. But you will also see that influencers will be categorized by their engagement rates and their reach ability. Now, here we have a great example, The Rock, the famous Rock. These are his Instagram sponsors in 2018. Now, if you look at the logos, you will see that there are a few brands in there that I'm very sure that he's never purchased from. Sears, for example. I'm pretty sure he doesn't shop at Sears. But these are his Instagram sponsors in 2018. And if we were to put logos on influencers for their sponsorships throughout the years, we would see Kim Kardashian and other celebrities from Hollywood being stamped with brands all over. So, what is the benefit of having the different types of influencers? For micro-influencers, they have an engagement uplift, a possibility of engagement uplift of up to 33%. That may not be much, but if you are a small business, if you are a local business, if you don't have a huge budget, then micro-influencer is the way to go. For macro-influencers, so those who have 250,000 to 1 million followers, their engagement uplift possibility is up to 188%. But when you're talking about the celebrity, it's almost 2,000% engagement uplift. But that also costs a lot of money. So what I'm going to talk in a little bit is about the return of investment, the business side of influencer marketing. First thing, let's talk about content effectiveness. And I want this to be a very short but effective lesson, not only for the brands here, but also for the influencers. Because for those of you who are influencers, you need to have a marketing mindset. When you're sitting down at a table talking to brands, you need to speak their language. You need to understand what their KPIs, what the measurements that they're going to go after so that you can talk on the same level. So when you're talking about content effectiveness, and by the way, I will send this presentation to you if you get in touch with me, so that I can have the 10 minutes here, because otherwise I would be here for an hour talking about this. So measure engagement rate. Track every single influencer post related to your brand. And if you are an influencer, make sure that the brand that you're working with is also doing this. Speak the same language as them. And now we have a new measurement, which is called CPE, which is the cost per engagement. Do that for your influencer marketing. Similar to cost per action, it breaks down how much you're paying for engagement. The next, by the way, they were talking about data-driven decisions. At Social Bakers, we help marketers do benchmarks on influencer audiences, on their follower, on their content effectiveness. So this is actually becoming science. Marketers are working with data, and they're not looking at influencers whether you're cute or you're not, whether you have a huge following. The size of your following doesn't matter that much anymore. It's about how much of your audience engages with your content. So make sure that you have a clean business profile, that you have very clear hashtags if you're an influencer, and that you also know how to do these comparisons, because that's how marketers are making decisions about how to choose the right influencers for their campaigns. When you're talking about earned media, you need to track the number of mentions. Segment these mentions based on sentiment. So is it positive? Is it negative? Are people talking great things about your brand, or are they dashing it? And monitor hashtag frequency. So for example here, Anastasia Beverly Hills. In the contract with the influencer, they probably had a clause that said the influencer must use at least 3 hashtags in each of their posts. And that's how they measure the earned media performance from the marketing side. Then we're going to talk about conversions. Conversions can mean a lot of different things. It can mean signing up to a newsletter. It can mean requesting a demo. It can mean requesting more information. So this is very technical, but marketers are going to be using Google Analytics and specific URLs to measure campaign effectiveness. Make sure that if you are an influencer, you talk to marketers about this. I want to be measured. I want to have a special link on my campaign. I want to show you how effective my content is for my audience. And then the most important thing, and that's where everybody wants to see their return on investment, is sales. Are the influencers generating sales for the brand or for their campaign they were hired for? So in this example, this influencer received or was given away a specific code that was able to let the marketing department of that company understand where the sales were coming from. This is the easiest and most effective way to track sales in influencer marketing. And there's a bonus. If you compare the number of influencers promo code sales versus your own, if you are a brand, you can see which one is more effective, and then you can make smarter decisions in the future. I have a very short time, and I don't want to do a business pitch here, but since I'm representing Social Bakers, we are in the marketing technology business. We help marketers make better decisions in social media. And in the influencer marketing space, we are here, we have a way to categorize marketers. We have a score. Those are the green circles. And this is what our search platform looks like. This is what brands are doing to find influencers for the right themes, the right topics, the right industry, the right locations, the right audiences. And this score represents the influencer's performance in key metrics like sum of interactions, interactions per 1,000 followers, and their posting activity. This is what marketers are looking at to make decisions about how they're choosing influencers. It is not about how many followers you have anymore. It is about how effective you are in engaging your audience. So here is the takeaway. Influencers inject authenticity back into conversations. It is more authentic and results in a more lasting impact. Customers engage with sincere influencers above anything else. And the right influencer match is crucial to building better relationships for your brand. Thank you very much.